Hi, welcome back to the channel. I am so happy to have you guys here today. This is something fun and new that I am showing, and I hope that it helps you from home. This is a ponytail haircut. I don't know if you've heard. Obviously, TikTok is trending right now with a lot of these cuts. It's a butterfly cut, or you've probably heard it called a shag or a wolf cut, something like that. So I wanted to show you guys an easy way to do this at home. If you don't have time to go into a salon or you're just wanting to try something new at home, I thought this would be fun. So we are going to do a butterfly cut. What I'm going to do, I just wet this down, and then you're going to want to detangle your hair. Do a leave-in conditioner. This is a leave-in conditioner. I love this one. This one's from Pravana. It's called the Perfect Blonde. She's obviously not blonde. I love to use this in all of my clients for the fill and the shine and the protection. Okay, so what we're going to do, it works so much better, this cut, if you have it wet. Some people like to do it dry. I feel like you have more control when it is wet. So I definitely like to have it wet. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to come to the top of the head, and we are going to angle down to the ear a tiny bit. Okay. So you can see from about the middle of this ear, we are going to come back. And then what I'm going to do is just take this hair. So you can just move that out of the way for a minute. Okay, and then what you're going to do is obviously come to the top of the head again, angle down to that ear. So it's not a huge angle. I don't know if I would call it huge or very slanted angle. So about the mid-ear to the back of the ear. That's what the parting that we are going to do. Okay, so now I'm going to take all of this hair. I have more control. I feel like if you use the teeth that are obviously close together, it will cause a lot of frustration because the hair doesn't go smoothly through, obviously, the little end. See, I need it a little bit more wet, so I'm just going to wet that down some. Okay, now the key to this, you guys, is getting this tight, okay? So all of this hair you want tight. And then the other thing that you're going to want to do, I'm going to just comb this out with the Epic brush. Okay. And the other thing you're going to want to do is just use little elastics. The reason I'm doing this is because you want it as close to the head as you can, as tight as you can. I'm getting her pretty wet hair. Okay, so right here in the middle is right where you want to go. You obviously don't want to offset. You do want it as tight as you can get it. Okay, so I'm just pulling that hair through. Okay, so you can see that this is just right in the middle in between her eyes. Okay, now obviously, if this is a real person, you're going to want to like just clip that out of the way, which you can. Okay. I'm going to leave that hanging because it's not bugging her too much. And then what we're going to do back here is we are going to come kind of right above the ear here, the occipital. We're coming above the ear. Okay. We are going to occipital bone. I always say that. Not the best. Okay, so you can see pulling this tight. If you are doing this on yourself, you may want to just bend over and comb it up tight. That might help and be easier. Okay. And now, so just make sure everything is tight. You don't want big bumps that are loose. Okay, now what we're going to do is you need to make sure that it is centered. You don't want it off-centered, okay? So say it's off to the right a little bit, you're gonna pull tight here on this side to bring it over. But you do want to tighten. And so you're just gonna pull this together so it tightens it here. Okay, all right, so now we have this. You can see that the angle is here, and when we go to cut, you're gonna cut on the angle. We'll get to that in a minute. So just make sure that it's nice and tight, that it's up here, and your front pony is here. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn her so I can show you how to start the front. Okay, so professional shears are sharp, they're easier to cut. So if you don't have a professional shear, you might want to take sections in your front, okay? Or the back even. So there's a lot of hair here. So we're gonna take a little section. On a butterfly cut, you wanna start your layering usually between the nose and the mouth. Kind of in between is where you'd want to go. I am going to go a little bit longer, kind of down by the mouth more instead of up by in between the nose. And the reason being is because we can always take that shorter. Now, I want to remind you guys, when you take this, do not pull this down super tight, okay? Because if you do, it's going to shrink up and it'll be a lot shorter than you have planned on. Okay, so we're going to come around here. We're going to come straight across. We're going to cut that. So if you have a shear from home, it could be maybe not as sharp, and so you're not going to get as clean of a cut. And then sometimes you feel like you have to take more of the hair to even it up. And so it just keeps getting shorter and shorter. Okay, so we're down here by the mouth. You can see behind is, where I cut before. And so that's how you keep track of where you're cutting. It's a guide point. That's what I like to call it. So you can see we're still down here by the mouth. And you can keep taking little sections. This hair is, thick, obviously. And so I am taking more sections. Okay, we're going to take that last section down. Same thing, we're going to come straight across. Okay, and the next thing you will want for this haircut is a texturizing shear. So what you need to do, or what I would recommend, not what you need to do, but what I would recommend, if you cut it like this, it's gonna be more blunt layering, right? Really blunt. So I wanna soften it up. So texturizing shears, I would do 30 to 40 teeth. That is going to make it a more soft blend. Say the teeth are more spread out, it's gonna be more chunky and it'll take more hair out. So this takes less hair out, but it makes it more soft and blended. And so I really like this blending, the texturizing shear. Okay, I'm gonna just take this back out of the way. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna come up through here. We're gonna come through, soften, 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 because this is pretty blunt and thick. Okay, so we're gonna come up, soften that. Okay, comb that hair out. Okay, we're gonna take down another little section. Okay, we're gonna take that section, same thing, just come up through, texturize this. And just kind of watch what it's doing. See, you can already see that soften up where it's not so just blunt. It's really soft and it's going to be nice and bouncy around her face. Okay, we're gonna take some more down. Same thing here. Gonna come up through. Soften this up. Okay. Take the last little bit of that hair. And like I said, after you come through, obviously your hair at home, if it's not this thick, you're not going to need to do this much texturizing to soften it. Your hair will soften up a lot easier. Okay, so again, at home, you can just clip that back. I am going to leave hers. All right, now what we're going to do with the second pony in the back. I don't know, have a lot of you guys had or heard of ponytail haircuts? Okay, so you can see how this is falling out. That's the length. So we're not worried about that. Now, what I want to do is I want to angle my fingers up. So we're cutting more vertical than horizontal. So we're not cutting straight across. We're cutting more vertical. And what we're gonna do, because see, when you lay that down, that layer is here. We want it more to like a medium to long layer. So I'm actually gonna go more of a steep angle. And that means that there's going to be more layering towards the top of the head here, which around here, I guess I should say, to the longer layers, okay? So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna hold this up. I am going to take a couple of sections because there is so much hair. So you can see, this is where I'm wanting to start cutting. So if I let that down, you can see where that layer will be, especially if you want it bouncy and full to maybe add some volume through the top. You do want it to about here. So you can see we might want to go a tiny bit shorter than that. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're going to angle this up. Okay, I'm gonna take this off so you guys can see that. See the angle? You can see that angle starting to go up. Now what I'm gonna do is take another section, not the rest of the hair, another section, and we're gonna hold that up, angle that up also. And like I said, cutting more vertical, we're not going horizontal, okay? Not straight across, we're coming more vertical. The reason being is because we're going shorter layers too long, so when it all falls, it goes medium to long layers. And that's falling out is length, so that's fine. That means we're not going to be touching that, which is fantastic. Okay. So you can see it's short, it's going longer up to that longest point. Okay, so now I can bring this down and you can see where the layers are down here in this pony. You can come around here. You know what? We might want to go a tiny bit shorter. So I'm going to take the first half of this ponytail and I'm going to bring it up and I'm going to do the angle even steeper. So I'm going to hold this hair so I can see it and I'm going to come in, point cut into those layers. So you still have those longer layers up here, but I'm just going a little shorter into these layers. Okay. Okay, yeah, so that made them a little bit shorter. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, take out the ponytails. And then what the next step is that you're gonna wanna do, so you'll kind of comb this out. If there's any obvious like long pieces or short pieces, this is where you're gonna wanna kind of check that out. Again, I'm gonna just wet this down a little bit. And the way you can do that too, you guys, is to comb this down. Oh my gosh, it's already looking so cute. And it's not all the way dry. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is we are going to start to dry this, and then we're going to check out the layering and see the butterfly cut.
So I can help it.
Okay, so finished look. Check out those soft, bouncy layers. So cute around her face. You still have your length. I mean, incredible that a ponytail haircut can give you this look. I mean, it's seriously so cute. And you see those layers back there, I hope, because I know with dark hair, it's kind of harder to see. But look how cute and flowy this is with the shorter layers up here. You know, that's what I love too with these haircuts. Like, say you go to pull your hair up. Like, look at how cute that is hanging. It's so much fun. And so this is just an easy way for you guys to do a fun haircut at home. And anyway, I just love it. It turned out cute. I know a lot of people sometimes are like, wait, what? Ponytails, like a haircut? Can it really happen? It really can. This is so darn cute. If there is anything that you are wanting, say a little bit, maybe not as heavy, you can take those thinning shears and go through the edges a little bit more to soften it. But to be honest, she has a lot of hair, but this is super pretty and flowy. And you can see how those shorter layers from that front ponytail, it just connects to these layers back here, and you still have that length. So if you guys enjoyed this, please like, share, and subscribe. And let me know if you have any questions about this, or if you're like, Redonna, I think I'm gonna try this at home. If you have any extra questions that I didn't answer in the video, please let me know, because I would love to help. This is a super fun haircut. Again, look at the bounce, and so cute. If you want some of that layering around your face to pull up, if you like to pull it up, just that loose framing around the face. Anyway, that is a super fun ponytail haircut for the butterfly haircut. If you have any questions, please let me know. I would love to help you. And I hope you enjoyed this. And if you want more videos like this, please let me know. Have a good day, you guys. See ya.